We'll start with just something real simple real quick. The week passes so fast, for real. Like, for real, for real. So we'll do negative 5x is, gotta mess around, greater than or equal to negative 15. Okay, so we'll start with that one first. Linear inequalities. Oh, let me turn the camera around. Hold on, my bad. Hold up. Okay, there we go. So everybody wanted to go over, yeah, you got it? I turned it around. We're doing linear inequalities. DJ, if you have a question or you want to join, just go ahead and request to join, or whoever asked me to do this, August, and we can walk through it. We got 30 strong minutes. So negative 5x is greater than or equal to, thank you for liking the live, y'all at thebomb.com, negative 15. Yep, absolutely. If you want to request to join, you are more than welcome. So for this one, DJ, we are going to solve it like a regular problem, a regular linear equation in one variable. Since we have the x on this side, we're going to leave him over there. And I prefer to leave my x's on the left because when you read the inequality, we usually read it left to right. Unless it's a compound inequality, then you have to read it, both directions. But for here, you're taking pre-cal 9? Congratulations to you. What are we gonna, I know that's a whole nother level for me. What are we gonna do to isolate this x right here, since negative 5 is being multiplied times the value of x? What do we do to separate? Very good, Sync. Very good. Hey, perfect. DJ in August, divide by negative 5. Perfect. Very good. All right, so something specific happens, like divide. Yep. So something specific happens though whenever we divide by a negative. Does anybody remember what happens when we divide by a negative? The symbol flips. So because remember, everything negative tells me to change the sign for everything. Very good. So these two cancel out and become a positive 1. This also flips the opposite direction. And then this also becomes positive 3. Inequality changes directions. Very good. So anytime I divide by a negative or multiply by a negative, I have to reverse the sign. Y'all are doing so good. You got to flip it, and reverse. Hey, TC. Choo, 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 choo. The Missy Elliott song. All right, so that was that one. And that's one of the biggest things I think to remember when doing these types of problems, is that you have to remember to flip the inequality sign anytime you multiply or divide by a negative, right? So let's, whoever is tapping that screen, you are just, lighting up my life tonight, because I was really struggling to get on here, and here you are, blessing me. All right, so let's do, what about 3x is greater than negative 9, and then we're going to up it a little bit and change it. Composite, TC, composition of functions. I don't know what that is. Is that Queen? Hey, Queen. X is greater than negative 3. Very good. Composition. Okay, we're still going to do our division by 3. This is going to simplify down to 1. And then x is greater than negative divided by a positive is a very good. Perfect. Very good. Y'all got this. Y'all got this. Y'all got this. Very good. Negative 3. Perfect. And we'll do one more where let's do a 2-step equation this time. Like I said, tonight is just whatever you all are married. Oh, you minored in math? I took college in math. Oh, okay. How do people just understand math? You're not. It's just everybody brain works differently. You may be like a very artistic person that, you know, is a singer or a writer, or I think math people think abstractly, but they also think very logically. Math. I like puzzles and I like trivia, but I also like to paint and I like to sing, and it just depends. It just depends. I don't know how to do piecewise functions. I'm sorry. Algebra 2 is not my math. Oh, really? A fraction? What do you mean? What's a fraction? What's a fraction? What you talking about? Oh, good job, Deja. You made 100. Look at you. Good job. Let's go. You have a 68, Cedric. Check out that book that's on my page to help you with that. Geometry is not one of my strong suits, but you're only 2 points away from passing, so you almost there. Are you? I was wondering what everybody was learning right now. Pop minute quiz, yep. We used to do minute math all the time. I do good with homework and the quiz and exam. You freeze? Oh no. Word equations, I love word problems. I do algebra. We can talk about word problems. Just join my live. You can ask. I'll take the TSI. Okay, Mar. Very good. What about graphing? Find the key features on a graph. You said math for meds. Functions, 2. Oh, okay. No, this is algebra 1 and like beginning algebra. So I got everybody telling me that it's negative 2. Deja said -7 on both sides. Y'all, let me go find my problem. The answer should be x is less than or equal to 4. Unless I wrote the problem one. No, I wrote it right. 15 fourths? It should be less than or equal to 4. Hey, Rihanna. Yes. So it should be less than or equal to 4. How do we get 4? Very good. So somebody asked something about functions, composition of functions. I'm not quite sure. I have to see the question. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Oh, okay, you subtracted? Okay. 16 divided by 4. Yes. Less than, is it less than or equal to or greater than or equal to? So less than or equal to, so the sign end up flipping. Less than, okay. Yep, because we do have to, I see that -4 right there. We're going to have to divide by, so it should flip. Very good. Okay. Hey, Nay. Hey. So -7, very good. Hey, Carrie. And Crystal. Why does the negative make the sign flip? Somebody who was very smart told me it because it makes the whole entire number line change or something. But I can't give you an exact answer. I just know it's a rule that when you divide by a negative, that the number line has to flip. I mean, that the sign has to flip. It's something to do like when you divide by a negative, you end up changing the number line or something. I forgot what they told me. Oh, you didn't miss nothing. We just doing this one question right here. Linear pairs? It should be less than or equal to 4. So it should, x should be less than or equal to, is it +4 or -4, y'all? +4? So the answer is x is less than or equal to -4. Interpreting graphs of functions. Faith, do you have an example of a question you can send me? Because I'm in 9th and I... Right. I'm just like, I just know that that's what they say it's supposed to be. Solve 1/3 over 2. Oh, okay. So like this. Is that what you're talking about, Raha? 1/3 divided by 2/3? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna remember it. Okay, so this is what happens. Everybody's been saying subtract by 7. So I have negative 4x is greater than or equal to, I have negative $9 in my account. I spent another $7. I don't tutor calculus. I'm sorry. Dimensional analysis, pharmacy school, the Don, kudos to you. You the bomb.com, but I can't, that ain't on my level. So we have negative 16. And this is why we ended up flipping the sign, Crystal. Is that Crystal or Crystal? Crystal. Whenever you divide anything by a negative, it creates the opposite effect, pretty much. Okay. Oh, the vertical line test. Okay, hold on. So this becomes a negative divided by a negative is now a positive. Okay, so this reduces to a positive 1. Just like I applied that same rule to here, I'm going to apply it to this sign and it's going to reverse it. All my signs change. Negative divided by a negative is also a positive. There's something like real scientifically and mathy smart about it, but I don't know the answer. I just know when you divide by a negative, it flips. I don't think it's in the book either. Let me see. Nope, it just say, don't forget that if both sides is multiply or divide, that you reverse the sign. That's all it told me. It didn't tell me why you do it. It don't have that in this book. I'm sorry. If I knew, I would tell you, but it don't. It says to remain equivalent. It says when you divide and multiply by a negative. It's my teaching book. I used to teach when I taught developmental. This is the book I taught. Can you apply on the number line? Yeah. You mean like draw the answer? Like that? Translations and reflections. Yeah, we can do another one. Angelina, is that what you wanted? We can do one more. Don't drop out of the course, Lex. Hit me up. Don't hate math. You need to watch my video. I was like, the devil is a liar. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You will not hate math. You just don't understand it. That's all. I don't do algebra 2. No pre-cal. I'm sorry. I got to go back and catch everybody. Quantum mechanics? Katara, that's not. No, the vertical line test determines. Okay, let me go back to the bottom. Y'all's comments is going. She's so smart. You so sweet. You so kind. Don't cheat. You need to use my app. Can a linear function have more than one x-intercept? No. Yes, a linear function. A function can't. No function can have more than one x-intercept. Because that means that it's not a function. It makes it not a function if the x repeats because it fails the vertical line test. The sideways 8 is the infinity sign, which means that it would be from 4 to, oh goodness, let me think how to write it. Well, I don't even so why I'm over here stressing myself out. Let me go to my book and my answer. Hold on. So it's negative infinity to 4. That's how you do it. Hey, Alexia. I'm about to have all y'all get on here and talk because I can't keep up with y'all comments. Reading the word problems, you got to know all what the word means. You're welcome. Is that what you wanted? Oh, with the infinite thing? Sierra, send it to me. Okay, is everybody good with these? I know somebody said they wanted to do one more. And then somebody said, can I show how 3 and 5 doesn't work? Is that person still here that I need to show why 3 and 5 doesn't work? They was like, can you put 3 into the equation and show why it doesn't work? I don't think that person is here anymore. I think they left. So pretty much we said that the answer is less than or equal to 4. That means that any number that we insert into here has to be less than or equal to 4. So if we end up putting in -4 times 5 plus 7 is greater than or equal to -9, and we solved it, then we would end up having, what is this, -13 is greater than or equal to -9, which is not true. Which lets me know that the answer has to be, they gone, right? That's what I thought. I'm like, how you get on here and ask a question and it has me to be gone in like 10 seconds? But that's how you can double check. You have to use any number that's greater than 4 if you want to make sure that it's the right answer. Okay? Somebody else said they wanted to do another one of these. Are y'all still here, or do you want me to go over? Sierra, did you send me your, I just made up a number because it's a number that was bigger than 5. I mean, bigger than 4. Somebody says, Sierra, if you send me the problem, then yes. Faith, are you talking to me? Was you asking me a question? Oh, you have to do the graph and shade? Can I graph functions? Algebra is the highest level I teach. Algebra is for me. Okay, real quick so I can get everybody in here. Raha asked me to do 1/3 divided by 2/3, and then I'm gonna do another inequality question. Okay, I need a piece of paper so I can write down what y'all asking me to write down. Did somebody send me a? Nope. This is dividing fractions. How do you divide fractions? What's the rule for dividing fractions? Even though it's written like this, you can write it like this. Just move this right here, tells me that I'm dividing. Keep, change, flip. Flip and multiply. So it'll be 1/3 times 3 over 2. And then how do we multiply? Hey, KS. Hey. Hey, Lee. I know, y'all got on here real late. Flip and multiply. So then we multiply fractions. We go where? Straight across. So we got 3 over 3 times 2 is 6. Are we done? Nope, we got to reduce it, and it reduces down to 1/3. Y'all better, 1/2. Y'all better come on and know how to mess with fractions. Very good. Is Faith still in here? Very good. Raha, did that help? Did you get it? So the only time you do diagonal, Lex, is if you're doing a proportion. It's that easy. Yep. So the only time you use the butterfly method is if you were doing a proportion. And you talking about like if you were to have 2 divided by 3 is equal to 4 over 6. Then you would do 4 times 3 is equal to 12. And then you do 6 times 2 is equal to, is equal. That's how you test if you do it, like if that's a proportion, that's what you would do. But if you had, even if you had a proportion that was like this, is that what you're talking about? Raha, is that what you meant? Jalen, I wish I could have been your math teacher, I do. The cross multiply for me is like, for instance, if you had 2 over 3 is equal to x over 4, and you needed to know what this missing number was, then you would do 3x is equal to 8, and then you would divide. So that's how you would do that. Ooh, I don't know the Gaussian elimination. I don't know that. Yeah. I don't do matrices either. Sorry. Hey, Marilyn. Canceling the 3s. I think fractions, you have to think about it as, you mean like cross canceling the 3s? That's why I said I need y'all to show me a problem, because I don't even know. No derivatives. I don't do geometry. I don't do integrals, derivatives. No calculus. Lex, I would need you to send me the question. You have to DM me. Send me the question. If I see your question, then I can tell you if I can do it or not. I do algebra though, princess. Yes. Okay, whose question did I miss earlier? Somebody asked for another inequality. I did the fractions. What do you want to know about functions? We got a strong no trigonometry. What do you want to know about slope? Seneca. I need a specific question, y'all. Jay Sean or Jakai, I don't want to mess up your name. I don't know the Gaussian elimination. I have never heard of that. Sorry. Oh, I'm glad, August. So let's talk about slope. Somebody said, can you show an example of evaluation of expressions? Yes, I can. All right. So she said functions. I mean, as far as graphing a function, I'm assuming that you're like f of x is equal to x squared minus 3 plus 4, 3x plus 4. Is that what you're talking about? You're welcome. Or are you talking about just like y is equal to 3x plus 4? Because this is also a function. Okay, y'all, when you graph a function, you're literally, I would have to have the correct function because I'm not going to do it the right way. But what you're going to do is like when y is x is 1, what is y going to be? So I would literally just put a 1 right here and a 1 right here. So I have 1 squared minus 3 plus 4. So 1 minus 3 is negative 2. Negative 2 plus 4 would be 2. So when x is 1, y is 2. And you would, yes, TikTok school. We the bond. Yes, absolutely. TikTok school, absolutely. Hey, user. Hey, curly head. Nope, I don't know. I don't do augmented matrices. I'm sorry. But, and then we would just keep going. Okay? You're welcome. So let's say, so this is 1 and 2. Let's do negative 1, right? So now I'm going to do negative 1. Anytime you substitute in a negative, you must always use a parentheses. Remember, we talked about that yesterday. So now I'm doing negative 1. So negative 1 squared would be 1. Minus, right? This would be plus 3. So 1 plus 3 is going to give me 4. And then 4 plus 4 is going to give me 8, right? Because I have negative 1 squared. I'm going to do it down here. Negative 1 squared minus 3 times negative 1 plus 4. So that would be 1 plus 3 plus 4, which is 8. So when I have negative 1, I end up having a positive 8 way up here. And we just keep, oh my goodness. Hold on. Cedric, I know. Algebra and geometry, use the answers that they give you. If you're doing geometry is nothing but formulas, so you need to know all the formulas you can for geometry. Algebra, use the answers that they give you, the A, B, C, and D, and plug them into the equation. I don't do trigonometry, though. And then you would keep going. So let's do 0. Okay? So this would be, this goes away, this goes away. So whenever x is 0, y is 4. And we literally just keep going. So that's what happens when x is 2. So when x is 2, we have 2 squared minus 3 times 2, which is 6, plus 4. 2 squared is 4 minus 6 plus 4, which would be negative 2 plus 4, which will be 2. So x is 2, y is 2. Ooh, it's going to be one of those that do like that. Okay, do y'all get the hang of it? And then we would just kind of keep, it's going to be something funky looking. You made a 9 out of 25. So that's not my expertise, but I just showed you how to get it started. But that's not my expertise. That's a little bit more than what I do. I made it look easy. I'm glad. I'm in Algebra 2. Can you help me finding the vertex formula of quadratic equations? I can do that. So let's say this is our formula right here. Since we're talking about these, and then I'll go to... All right, so the vertex is going to be, what is it? X is equal to negative b over 2a, correct? Is that the formula? I'm not sure what that is, JK. I don't do calculus though. Thank you, Mitch. So this is your B, this is your A, this is your C. So you're going to substitute in what you need. And remember, this is going to be negative 3. This does not replace this negative. The sign in front of the number always goes with it. All right? Divided by 2 times A. I don't have a coefficient, so it's just going to be 2. Now this is going to be a negative times a negative, which is going to give me a positive 3 over 2. Since you have, that's why I said I made this problem up, so it's probably going to be real jacked up. But now that's the x part of your equation. And this is like a really ugly problem. You would substitute this back in and solve for y. So let me find a problem that actually is going to work better than that, because we're not going to be in here confused today. But is that what you wanted? Is that what y'all talking about? Let me see if it's in here. I may not even have that because that's a little bit above my... Here you go. Okay. Let me find an equation that's nice. I like to do nice equations. You know what I'm saying? Let's do nice equations. Is it? You apply PEMDAS when you have all numbers and nothing else. When all the letters is gone and you need to evaluate a function, or you need to evaluate something, like if you had 3 squared plus 4 minus 6 divided by 2 times 5, that's when you do PEMDAS. Hey, that's when you do PEMDAS, okay? Whenever you have to solve a problem and it's nothing but numbers. All right, so the minimum and the maximum value. Let's do this one. So let's do y is equal to x squared minus 8x plus 3. X is equal to negative b divided by 2 over a. So this is my a, this is my b, this is my c. So negative b would be negative 8 divided by 2 times a, which is 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So now I have that my x value for my vertex is 4. I'm looking for my y value. Anytime I have one part of the answer, I'm just going to substitute what I have back into my equation. So this would then be y is equal, right, to 4 squared minus 8 times 4 plus 3. Y is equal to 4 squared, which is 16 minus 32 plus 3. Y is equal to 16 minus 32, which is negative 16 plus 3. Y is equal to negative 13. So that would be your vertex for negative 13. Oh, what happened? I'm sorry. Oh, she said slow down. My bad. Lee, where did Lee go? That was Zanny said that. Cause, okay, so Lee, this is stuff like way above what we really be doing. You know how yesterday, when I was telling y'all to find a solution for a problem, remember yesterday? when I was like, whenever you need to find the other part of a solution, what do you do? Okay? So let's come up here. This is the formula for a vertex. They're asking me to find the vertex, which is the minimum or the maximum of a graph, right? So this is your minimum or your maximum of your graph. That's where your vertex is. They give you a formula that says x is equal to, so for the vertex, the x value is found by doing negative b over 2 times a. What I'm going to do is take my b value and I'm going to insert it at the top. Divided by 2 times a. A is going to be the number that's in front of the first variable here, or in front of the x squared. Since that's a 1, I didn't put it here, but I'll put it here so you can see that a is actually 1. Now I'm going to solve this part of the equation. So negative 8 would end up being a positive 8 divided by 2 times 1, which is 2. So I'm still solving for my x coordinate for my vertex. 8 divided by 2 then gives me 4. So I know that the vertex has an x of 4. Now remember, once I get part of my solution, how do I find the second part of my solution? If I have 1/2 of it, what do I do to find the other half of it? What did we do yesterday? What's wrong? What is y'all doing in the comments? You good now? Okay, thank you, Muhammad. Everybody else, what is wrong? Who was in here cutting up? Yes, plug it in. Very good. Plug it in. So I'm going to take that 4 and I'm going to plug that back into my equation. Y'all be acting like I'm in class. Y'all better chill out. This is a good place up in here. So I'm going to put everything, this 4, wherever I see an x, I'm going to substitute it at. And I'm solving for y. So now I have 4 squared minus 8 times 4 plus 3. This is whenever you use PEMDAS. You lost again? What happened? If they saying something crazy, Lee, block them, Lee. You got the same problem on your worksheet, Sarah? Good. Y'all know I don't play no games over on here, because, honey, I lose a whole bunch of followers over one. No, I don't do calculus. Why don't we divide when, Lex? On which one, right here? Yeah, you can ask me something about FOIL. Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Because you know I'll shut the whole thing down. Lex, you said, why don't we divide on what? No, this is not 6th grade math, Sam. There was part for the bottom where we FOILed. We only FOIL when we do multiplying polynomials. No, this is algebra 1. I think they may do something like in algebra 2. I don't know. But anyways, let's get this other part of the vertex, okay? So y is equal to 16 minus 32 plus 3. And then y is equal to 16 minus 32. Remember, this is when we do order of operations. We cannot do negative 32 plus 3. We have to do 16 minus 32 first, okay? So that's negative 13 plus negative 16 plus 3. And then that's going to give me y is equal to negative 13. And that's the other part of my problem. Yes. Ooh, we passed our time. I told y'all I was only getting on here for 30 minutes because, you know, we only go till 9 o'clock. Whataburger, I don't. You're welcome, Muhammad. I do not. You good, Trust? Good. I'm so used to your other name. Lex, what's wrong? You still cutting up? Okay, I may do this. I may make a video about this one. Like I said, this is not my expertise, y'all. I just did this because somebody asked me to. And somebody asked me, like, you're welcome, Mitch. So many, sounds like you do a math person too. So many questions, and I know I missed a lot of y'all's questions. You all are always welcome to message me and ask me questions. What do you get from the derivative? I don't do derivatives. I know that's calculus. That's not my thing. It's how it's negative 13 if you add it. Oh, because, so rewrite it like this. I have more negatives than I do positives. And for every negative I have, it cancels out a positive. Oh, good, Jay Jones. I'm glad. I have 16 negatives and I only have 3 positives. So think about that. If your bank account is negative $16 and you put $3 in it, it's still going to be negative $13. Do I tutor via Zoom? Yes, Queen Lily, I do. I do. Raha trying to work their way up to a mod. But yeah, DM me. I do. Oh, I'm like, why am I sweating? I don't have a fan on. But I'm gonna make a video in a minute because a lot of people jumped on here and was asking questions and I didn't get to get their question answered. So I will make a video. Oh, hey, Kendali. I'm glad you made it. I know you have been messaged. See, she messaged me and she got onto my live. Hey, KK. Then that would be addition. Lex, if it's 3 minus negative 16, that's a double negative, which turns into a positive. So if you end up having 3 minus a negative 16, you see how those two negatives come together and they make a positive. Hi, Miss Tresser. That would be 3 plus 16, which would end up being a 19. Okay. I'm not familiar with perfect shapes. I'm sorry, Gavin. I'm not sure. Thank you, Shaprisa. Yes, those are how we add and subtract integers. Hey, Big Tex. Inverse functions? I have to see one. I've done an inverse function like one time and I don't remember it. No, if we divide or multiply, it's totally different. So Lex, I want you to write this down for your division and multiplication. I want you to put all pluses down the middle for tic-tac-toe. And I want you to put negatives everywhere else. And this is for when you divide or multiply integers. This is how you'll remember your signs. So this is for division and multiplication. Positive times a negative is a negative. Negative times a positive is a negative, and double negative is a positive. So that's only whenever you, and I have a video, Lex, on my page about adding and subtracting integers. KK, f of x. I don't do Laplace transforms. Like the y meaning, x meaning. Kendali, what you mean? Oh, good, Queen Lily. Send me a question. So I have an email, Tutor for Tips. If y'all have a question and I can look at it, then I can definitely help you. And then I'll be like, I can and I can't help you because You're welcome, Lex. And I have some stuff on YouTube as well that may help you, possibly. But check my lives from last week because we talked about that. Geometry, that's not my forte, but if you have a question, I may can help you. But we finna get off here in a minute. But if you jump back on tomorrow or you send me a question, possibly. Well, we are closing in on our time.